let's repot some succulents. G'day to all you lovely people and welcome back to my channel. I'm Kathy and today I want to rearrange all my succulents. I swear every time I start recording a plane goes overhead. It's crazy, isn't it? I've been wanting to rearrange some of my succulent planters as well as perhaps make another one. I'm trying to combine pots so that I don't have as many to water because that's the whole issue, and besides I kind of like them in planters rather than individual pots, though there is something to be said with having some plants in their own pots. I had rearranged all my succulents about a year ago and then I bought some more, I think it was March or April last year, as well as November or December. And if you're interested in those videos, I'll link them in my description box below. But those succulents were really so that I could have a bit more variety in colours, in textures, to kind of fill out some of the pots I had. And at the time, I just put them straight into a pot so they had some soil, because I wasn't intending to do it until the warmer weather. And then, of course, my stupid air conditioner was so loud that I just couldn't record anything out here. But I finally got my air conditioner replaced. It's nice and quiet out here now. So I tackled all my succulents last week. I actually did record a video at the time, but the audio didn't work. I accidentally unplugged it. So frustrating. I like these cocoa coir hanging baskets. I have several. You can see them probably around me. There's one just behind me there. And I decided I wanted to put some succulents in one of these and hang it. I don't have any hanging baskets with succulents, I don't think. Unfortunately, last year in winter, which is June onwards, I had all my succulents on my table and my deck roof is just sailcloth, so water does come through as well as light. And unfortunately, many of my succulents got way too much water, and in fact they started losing leaves. So I had to move everything, and I moved them just behind me where the bricks are. That's under the eaves of the house, and they don't get as wet as they do on the table. But it means that some of the succulents look a little leggy, a little bare down the bottom. I have been considering whether to cut them, but in the end I decided no, I'm going to leave most of them. They are putting out new growth down the bottom of the stems, so I thought maybe with time they'll fill out. If I find I don't like them, then I may cut them and propagate them. So first I'm going to show you what all the plants look like before I started. Then I'll show you some footage of me removing succulents as well as footage of me creating this hanging basket. And then I'll come back. So these are my succulents. Most of them. I think there's only one container that isn't on the table. I've shown you this tray before. I had to take out the curly crashula because it was squishing them all. They're growing so big. I might rearrange this one. I think you won't find out until I start doing it. Now this container here, these are plants that I got in autumn and I just stuck them in a pot for the winter. Now they're really ready to go into another pot because they're all the same colour. I'd like to mix them up a bit. This is my copper spoons, which is doing really well. Yeah, I brought it back outside. It seemed to be happy outside than it was indoors. Panda's ears, I think it's called. Bear paws. It has grown a lot. And it's just gorgeous too. And this is the container I had made together with you guys. Some things died, so I've put other things in there, like this echeveria. And this is the Pat's Pink, which I've never liked until now. It looks gorgeous. It's just so cute. It's a little leggy because it got overwatered. Everything got overwatered in winter. It rained so much. You can see that I lost a lot of the leaves here. But I actually kind of like the way it looks now. I think it's really cute. It's got great colouring. And the Black Prince, the baby, is doing very well. So it's doing very, very well. Behind is my crassula. I think it's the curly crassula. It's actually a really big pot. It's deceptive on camera. I'm hoping it will grow really big. I threw another plant out, so I thought, fine, I've got this pot. I'll put a succulent in it. She looks really good, doesn't she? She was in that tray over there and kind of squishing everything, which is why I took her out. This one's nuts. This is the one that I put together in December, I think it was. I just shoved everything into a pot because I hadn't decided what I was going to do with these succulents. And look how much it has grown and filled. It is crazy, this thing. They have all grown beautifully. But some things are a bit squished, like that little kalanchoe in there. And I'm going to be taking them all out and then deciding what I'm going to put where. The calico kitten has lost all its pink. I think it gets more pink when it's in shade, so I think it will be coming out of there and going somewhere else. These succulents I put in this pot last autumn as well, until I decided where I was going to put them permanently. And this last is, it's called Chocolate Blob. It's so cute. It's like a trailing plant. I lost one. It got attacked by spider mites of all things. But this was a cutting, and I've left it in this pot temporarily because I'm not sure where it's going to go. This is the other pot I made last year, which I showed you guys, with the Black Prince. They're doing all right. This little crassula isn't doing so well. But after my succulents got overwatered in winter, I moved them all to these bricks, which they much preferred because they got a lot less rain. But when it got really hot, they got sunburned. So they are back on the table and much happier here. This is an example of one that rotted from overwatering. But as you can see, she's got little babies. This one was so squished. I'll be a lot happier somewhere else, I think. This is the white kalanchoe. This one has just gone crazy. Oh, isn't she beautiful? She's grown so much too. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, this one was a bit too squashed, I think. She's got a couple of babies here. That broke off. Yeah, she's got a couple of little babies here. This is the chroma. going brilliantly. She's beautiful. She has not stopped flowering. This one. This is the Ionium. So much. Isn't she gorgeous? Just gorgeous. Definitely a favourite. And this is the Calico Kitten, which has grown really well. Oh, she's got a good root system too, doesn't she? And of course, any leaves that I can propagate, I will. It's got some babies or flowers coming. So cute. This is the Black Knight. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Look at his amazing colouring. And yep, there's spider webs everywhere. Spiders love succulents. That's what I found anyway. And this one is massive. Yeah, she's doing really well. She's huge, isn't she? She's beautiful. Really lovely. Oh, of course I did. I've forgotten the name of this one. It's Malachi, I think. But I love this one. I love the colouring on this one. Gorgeous, but again, very leggy. He lost all the leaves. I'm not sure if I'll cut him. He's just too cute. So pretty. This is the Aussie one. I can't remember the full name. This one I almost lost, but I repotted him and he's rooted, so I'm very happy with that. So this is the mess I've made. I've taken out my Black Prince. I'm not sure if I want to put him in this lovely pot. What a mess. So this is roughly what I'm thinking of putting together. We'll see. All of these we are going to propagate. So what I've done is put some pots, empty pots in here. Just so I don't have to fill it all up with soil. Still heavy. Yeah, it's still heavy. But we need more soil. Yeah, these things don't stay very straight. We can start putting some soil. think that's it. Could probably put some more, but they're gonna grow. So that's what it looks like. They all look a bit sad right now because they have been unpotted and repotted. They're all flopping all over the place, but give them a bit of time and they will become more firm and look better. I'm still not sure about this jade in the middle because that's going to grow big, but this is, and I think with succulents it's always temporary. Not like anything, right? Plants get bigger, you need to repot them. I love this one. I think this one is adorable. Looks a bit empty, but they need space. Some of these were in that green pot at the back. They filled it up in 2 months, so I expect that they're going to do the same here. I think that looks really cute. Yeah, I think he looks really cute in this pot. Don't you think? Don't look at the mess, because it's very messy. I must admit, it took me 2 days to get everything out and decide what I was going to do. Plus I ran out of soil, so I had to wait and get some more soil to finish off. But I'm really happy with the way the succulents are looking at the moment. You have an idea, I think, before you start, but it's not until you actually start putting the plants together that you think, oh, that doesn't work there, and then you shift them. The only problem with succulents is as soon as you start handling them, they lose leaves all over the place. The plus with that is you can propagate the leaves. So I have now a stack of leaves in my propagation box. And it's ironic because only a couple of weeks ago I was thinking, wow, that's quite empty. I usually have a lot more cuttings or leaves in this box. Well, now it's full. But they will take a bit of time before they'll grow. Perhaps in a year or 2 I will have to empty that again and start giving away succulents. That's the thing with succulents, they keep on giving. Yeah, honestly, you can start with one and get so many out of it, as long as you're patient. And I decided that not everything is going to go in planters with lots of other plants. Some of my succulents are starting to get quite big actually. So I thought, fine, I have some lovely pots. I'm going to use them to showcase them, I guess. Like my black prince, who is gorgeous. I know he's a little crooked, but that's just the way he grew. I'm hoping eventually he will settle in and grow a little bit straighter, but I kind of like him the way he is anyway. But he's huge. He really is, considering the size he was when I got him. I think he was like that big. So he has definitely grown. I was also going to put my bear paws in with one of the other planters, but I just love this one so much. I love touching the leaves all the time. And I have this gorgeous green pot that I thought, wow, okay, yeah, this is a match made in heaven, and I think he looks spectacular. He has grown so much for me in the last 10, 12 months. I can't wait to see just how much more he is going to grow. And I think he might appreciate having more space to himself. There is something to be said with highlighting a few plants on their own in a pot, I think. Just like my curly crashula. I loved that plant, but it had become so big that I had to remove it out of the black tray that I have other succulents in. And all the other plants were like, oh, thank God. Yeah, because they were getting so squished that some of the leaves or babies were not getting any light. They grow so fast in Australia, so I like to leave at least a bit of room for them to kind of spread out and grow as big as they like. But I'm very happy with the way it looks at the moment. And I have less pots, which was the aim in the first place. Let me know what you think of all my planters, what you think of my hanging basket. I know succulents aren't to everyone's taste, but they are definitely to mine. I love them. I think there is a real charm to them that sometimes I feel they're even more beautiful than lots of flowers. And I love flowers. I have them everywhere. But I just love looking at these. They have such unusual shapes and textures, and I love the way they grow so well for me. It's always a plus, right? Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, then you can do the usual. You can like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you all have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, kitty cat.